Alright, what's going on everyone? It's Picky Choco, and in today's video, we're tuning in with some mind-blowing info of YELAN, more new skills, release, also on Kuki and her throwing skills, and a historical weapon and mask reference, 2.7 sort of confirmed reruns, and a big Electro rumor that's sure enough to blow up your mind. So quickly before getting into all mind-blowing news, just wanna say that the 2 blessings will end in a very few hours, so if you'd like to enter that, check out the topmost link in the description. So first news we're gonna hop into is about YELAN release and Kuki, because I'm very sure that it's so much hyped up and the number one reason y'all have clicked here for. So here's a latest screenshot that has been speculated by the forum discussion. So as always, disclaimer, following our personal views and speculations and not any representation whatsoever. So 2.6 itself confirms YELAN to be a Hydro bow character, and upon close observation, these 2 things may be the key to her skill. First is the die in her neck, which represents the nightlife of Liua, aka gambling, and second is the bracelet on her hand that may act as a trigger for some sort of skills or some sort of her attacks. Additionally, there's a quote saying that bow physics in Genshin is improving and definitely by far the most unique that's ever been seen. You know what? Just watch Durandal, that's what I think. Now if you didn't know, Durandal is actually an Honkai character, and surprisingly she's one of the top tier S character with best gameplay mechanics and aggressive attack style in entire game. So what if YELAN has the same style but integrated with both type? As for another skill, with reference to official cutscene, it's pretty clear that her charge shot may be some sort of an explosive attack and is speculated to do quite a great damage. As for her personality, she seems to be secretive, and theories of her being a Fatui harbinger are also floating around. So to sum it up, the bracelet in her hand and the die on her neck may have some special purposes, either related to her burst or elemental skill, because that clearly does not appear to be just for decoration. So personally excited to see if she turns out to be a DPS. So on to the next bit of Kuki Shinobu. So every element's character has 4 types of roles: offensive, supportive, defensive, and healer. Currently in Electro, we already have offensive and supportive characters. Now if we consider Kuki Ninja as a 4-star, wouldn't it be weird to make an Electro 4-star defense-based character? So for that reason, it is speculated right now that Kuki may be a 4-star Electro healer, and if that's the case, then her skills may be based off HP scaling, because lately that's the current trend of healers that MiHoYo is giving us. I mean Hoyoverse. Now for the weapon and the mask, if you take a look at the Japanese history, it is said that although ninjas were efficient in hand-to-hand combat, but their expertise at range combat was pretty good, and for that they used a weapon called kunai, which basically resembles the handle of a sword, although short in length, but can be used as a throwing weapon. Now talking about her mask, I don't think the recent speculations about one of her skills revealing her mask may be correct, because remember one thing, ninjas during their combats never show their faces. The entire purpose of the mask is to hide their identity during combat, as they believed in keeping their identities a highly secret. So for that reason, I don't think she would show her mask in any sort of skill. I mean an idle animation or during some cutscenes that may happen. So referring history and some speculations, we may see these both aspects integrated in Kuki Ninja's skill, and I'm really very excited to see how that happens. Now on to the next official bit. Here's a free reward pack for PS Plus users, so if you do have one, do claim it quickly. Another short update is about Yae Miko, and especially for the whales, her targeting mechanics have been adjusted in 2.6, which prioritizes her E to the nearby enemies rather than random ones, which is quite an advantageous point for an F2P. But for the whales, especially those having C2, as of now it's just useless, because her C2 increases the attack range of E by 60%, but after this update it has been changed to prioritizing nearest opponents, and because of this the 60% point does not stand viable. So I think this may be updated further. There's no official confirmation on this yet, but everyone's waiting for that. Now on to the next bit, which is a big rumor making sense right now, and yeah, it's about the Electro Yaksha himself. So here's a sense-making synopsis or lore. So here's my theory on why the Electro Yaksha is the one who's vanished and is still alive. During the trailer, it shows that he succumbed to the darkness while the others killed each other, Hydro and Geo, or went mad. That's Pyro Yaksha. Second, they also mentioned that of the 4, 3 died and 1 vanished. And third, they say that Zhao is the only surviving conqueror of demons in the mortal realm. So the Electro Yaksha is alive and in another realm that is not the mortal realm, which is why he vanished without a trace. And further thoughts, perhaps in the chasm or abyss. Now this totally makes sense because because do remember, as we discussed in our previous videos, that Yakshas are immortals and Bosechius fleeing to another nation was quite impossible because other Archons would have retaliated, and currently we're also watching the artifact set dedicated to him, so maybe he's in Chasm hiding somewhere. Personally, I would love to watch a confrontation between Zhao and the Electro Yaksha, who's the strongest and the first Yaksha ever. So yeah, so thanks guys a lot for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe with notifications turned on so you don't miss on any latest new news like these. As always, have a great day and I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, stay safe and stay picky.